शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवा स्वरूपोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवा स्वरूपोऽहम् नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवा स्वरूपोऽहम् अद्वैतमानन्द रूपम् अरूपम् अद्वैतमानन्द रूपम् अरूपम् ब्रह्मोऽहं ब्रह्मोऽहं ब्रह्मा स्वरूपोऽहम् चिदोऽहं चिदोऽहं सच्चिदानन्दोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवा स्वरूपोऽहम्
Namaste, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this final satsang of this intensive. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai.
So, just want to clarify it fully. So before I leave,
Yes.
um, so now when I was staying in silence, this was the question I think, or something was coming up this way. So I just wanted to kind of go through with you. Okay. So let's say I'm laying down and I'm aware of my thoughts and all the feelings, and I'm not believing into anything. Yeah. But for example, thought comes, let's have a drink, like a water. Yeah. I believe into it and I go for it. So is it bad? Because we were talking about you shouldn't believe in your next thought. You know.
Yes. The presumption is that it is my belief in my thought which leads to a particular action. But what you will find is both that the action is as much of an appearance as the thought was. You see, many times you have the thought, I want to get a drink of water, and you believe it, and yet the body is not moving. You see, drink of water not happening. You see, so if it was purely controlled by this belief in thought, your action, then it would just be like this. All of us would go to work like Superman and get everything done because all of our thoughts are always the best. You see, many times we have this thought the other way where we say we go to work and today I'm just going to tell my boss, I hate you, I quit. We show up at work and we say, yes, sir, what can I do for you today? So, like that. So, the thought is an appearance, an energy construct which is appearing, and the action is also an appearance, an energy construct which is appearing. That's why Guruji says, you are neither the thinker of thoughts nor the doer of actions. So, what happens is just because this thought precedes the action, we feel that it is because of my belief in that thought that the action happened. And yet, all these actions are happening. My hand is moving like this, you see, without any thought about it. There was no thought that I will move my hand this way or that way. There is no thought that I will speak these words. It is just happening spontaneously.
Yes, there is one more question. It's
Yeah,
connected to this one because let's say answer, okay, sometimes I believe, sometimes I don't, but then who believes it? Because consciousness cannot believe into anything. So then this comes in, it must be another thought. But so let's say, yes, sometimes actions appear by themselves unconsciously, yes, like moving the hand. I wasn't thinking not to move it, there
exactly.
was no thought. But let's say when I'm sitting in silence and thoughts are coming, just coming, and letting go, peaceful, very nice, and aware of the peacefulness and everything. It's nice, and then for negative thoughts are coming true. Letting go past or like memories, now it's automatically you just don't engage in them. They're not useful. But then let's say, okay, maybe maybe you should plan to book a taxi for tomorrow, and then you can let go, yes, and then I can let it go this way, or I can engage into it and do it, and it won't trouble me.
Yeah.
Mm?
So, your first part of the question was who is the one that believes the thought? Because consciousness cannot do it. That's what you say. I say only consciousness is here, therefore only consciousness can do it. And that's why I say that the powers of attention and belief only belong to consciousness. There is nobody else here, you see. We did not find this one. We looked for so many days. So it is only consciousness that has the power of belief. A thought has no power of belief. A thought cannot believe another thought. A thought is just come and gone. It is not around actually to believe the next thought. It's already gone. You see? So it is only in deep sleep state, no question of belief, isn't it? There is no consciousness there, so no question of belief. It is when this dynamic aspect is born, called being or consciousness, then it has all of these powers of attention, belief, identity, and all these phenomenal powers.
But let's say I believe into the thought,
Yeah.
and then I can see that I believed into it as well.
Yes.
So this is not. So this is I see the consciousness believing into the thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is the only I there is here in this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, I believe my thought. Which I are you referring to? This I that is being, not the awareness of this being, the being itself.
Okay, and then when I believe into negative thought,
Yes.
how can consciousness be in trouble then?
It's not never really in trouble. That's why I say
Uh-huh.
it is only pretending. The power of belief is God's ability to pretend to be a person. It's a big pretense. That's why in India it's called a Leela, which means a play. You see? It's just a play, it's God's play. To give this play more juice, it gave itself the power of this belief. Just like this, okay. So I take this example often, but maybe you've not heard it. We put on a computer game and then it starts, but you're not believing anything. You're not that character. There's no story that you're engaged with. It has no fun. You must find a relatable character. You must want to kill the enemies of that character. You must achieve a mission. You see? So you have to believe yourself to be that James Bond or whatever character, and then the game seems enjoyable. You read a book. If none of the characters are relatable, you don't feel you connect with any of them. Is the book enjoyable? No. You same for movie. You go to a movie, you cannot relate with the protagonist. It's boring movie. Like this. So the power of belief is our power to give meaning to something which is just an appearance. But in reality, what happened to God? Nothing. It only pretending. So the game of delusion and freedom from this delusion is all one big pretense, you see.
Yes. So now, for example, when the thought comes, okay, let's have a watermelon.
Yeah.
Going back to this one, I go into it. So there's no trouble in believing it, right?
Yes, you find that most practical thoughts do
Mhm.
not cause this kind of identity related trouble. But you see that,
Because I was
but
scared
in
lately,
this,
like, oh
yeah,
no, I cannot believe it. Oh, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm just gonna stay here.
yes,
Then boring feeling comes, and then it's more irritating than if I would
yeah,
follow any of those. You know?
yes. But the thing, even with practical thoughts, is that sometimes they cause us to maintain this belief that I am the doer. You see? So you'll find that this false entity that doesn't exist cannot be the doer of anything. That which doesn't exist cannot do anything, isn't it? That's all I'm saying. So if the person doesn't exist, therefore this thought is talking to who? You see, this advice that you must eat a watermelon or drink a glass of water is for who? And you say person doesn't exist, we looked and looked and looked, we don't find. You see, then the second alternative is that God Himself, who is the creator and projector of all of this, needs to rely on these practical thoughts to run this life, which is very strange because it is the creator of the thought itself. then if it is the creator of the thought itself, why it needs to believe it to do that? So therefore you will find that as you let go of all of these thoughts, you will find that actions continue to happen. The fear comes that I'll become like a vegetable sitting on my bed, I won't move at all. But you find that actions move on their own, you find it, you see, but not under the dominance of thoughts. Therefore, that's why I say the key to this conversation always is, who is the thought advising? Is it advising a person or is it advising God? Now, person we did not find.
So there must be a person before even the thought comes, but it's not possible. So
There
then,
is never a person.
Mhm.
But to play this game personally, this game of thought appearance and belief in thought is happening. To have some juice in this lila.
Mhm.
Because actually, it is quite a ludicrous idea that the one that is creating the thought then needs to listen to the thought to be able to run this practical life. You see? Guruji takes this example of the tree. Doesn't need to think about where to grow the next branch and next
Mhm.
leaf. Yet it all happens in a beautiful symmetry. You see?
It seems like some things happen by themselves, but it seems like sometimes I have an option.
Who I?
It seems like option comes, but
Option
I'm
comes.
able to say yes or no.
Yeah, but whose options are these? Options for who? That's always the root question, you see.
Mhm.
Because as long as there's a sense that there's a person and there is God, there is me and there is consciousness, then this debate of free will versus God's will continue. Now, the best way to end this debate is to see that there is no person. So, whose free will are we talking about? You see, so the options that I am saying is that, okay, thoughts are coming. Now, tell me the options for who should believe this thought. One is consciousness. What is the second option?
No.
No other option, you
Yeah.
see. So, how could it be that that which is the projector of the thought itself needs to believe a thought to run this life?
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
It just seems like that it's like an option now. You have a choice to have watermelon or not.
Yes, if God wants to experience the watermelon, God will experience the watermelon. Whether the thought came or not, whether belief went or not. As long as it is clear for you that there
Yes.
will.
No matter what happens after, if I'm going to do it or not, they both seen. So I was thinking another thought is saying yes or no.
And you find that there is no individual doer, then all these questions just dissolve. Because they all rely on an identity. And doership is one of the strongest legs of the ego. In fact, maybe the strongest. Because very often, even when someone has a direct recognition of what they are, they come up and ask, so what should I do now? You see?
Yeah.
So you can play with this actually and see whether in the not believing of thoughts, whether your life comes to a standstill or you become very irresponsible or something like this. My feeling is neither of them will happen.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. On.
I will continue. I would like to continue with. I would like to continue with you what you said just before, please,
Yes, yes.
because there is a recognition that there is a big belief to be a person yet, and it doesn't. It maintains me in a field very low, and in the fear and in not confidence. Yes.
The good news always is that right now, when we look for the person, you cannot find it.
Right now.
Yes. Right now, if you look for the person, can you find it? You're with me now?
I know. I don't find. I don't find. I don't find.
Yes.
I
So
don't.
if you don't find,
But yes. But there is a big resistance inside.
yes, but is that resistance a person? Resistance is sensation. Can a sensation be a person?
I see. I see a face.
Okay, so you see the face. So
Yes.
you cannot be the face.
No, I see it.
So you see it. Therefore,
Yes.
you are the seeing. The face cannot be you. I
Yes.
see that face.
Yes.
Therefore, I am this. I'm seeing that face. Just
Yes.
like that, you see the face.
Yes.
Therefore, you are not the face.
I understand what you say.
Yes.
Simply when you see you in the mirror, you know, when you see you in the mirror, spontaneously, you say it's you, it's me. You understand? And what I touch that right now
Yeah.
is the face that kind of energy. I don't know. Yes. Um, it's like a mirror, you know, and
Yes.
it's it's I can't see my I I,
Yes.
I it's like cloud, yeah, like uh, um, dark gray gray.
Yes.
I don't have clarity.
Yes. Yes. In a mirror, you see a reflection of yourself. The one in the mirror is a reflection
Yes,
of yourself. You see? So you say that I see this form of some energy or something.
yes,
What is it really reflecting?
yes,
That we have to find.
yes,
You see? Maybe it is not the reflection at all. Maybe it's just another appearance.
Yes. Yes, it's an appearance.
It's an appearance.
Yes.
So then we don't even call it reflection, because
Yes.
unless we find what it is reflecting, then it is only a presumption that it
Yes.
is a reflection,
Right.
isn't it?
It's exact.
Yes.
Yes.
So let us stay with looking for that one that sees even this appearance. Is that a person?
No. No. It's not very clear.
Yes.
It's not very clear, but it's a seeing. In fact, it's a watching. It's a perceiver. I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
There is, but when it's fun because right now,
Yes.
when I'm with it,
Yes.
I feel hot and I feel fear and
Then that's okay, because all these are appearances also. No?
yes,
They are in front of you as appearances. You perceive them.
yes,
They do not perceive you.
yes.
So that which perceives all of these, which one is that one?
I feel it's me.
Yes. This I, that is the perceiver of all of these,
Yes,
is that a person?
no, no, no. It's only watch.
It's only watching.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Now, which appearance can hurt this watching? Can some appearance come and this watching be hurt by it or touched by it or affected by it?
No, it's close, but it's behind. Close, but
Yes.
behind.
Yeah.
Simply.
So then, is this clear that no appearance can hurt me in reality
In reality, yes,
right now?
right now. Um, uh, but I understand. There is a belief that it's hurt. There is a belief.
Yes, there's only belief, but belief is only pretend.
Yes, it's very strong belief.
That's okay. And no matter how strong it is still only a pretend.
But it hypnotizes. It's when the feeling is very strong. As for example, this morning, I was out of function, and I was very identified.
Yes, yes. But every time you check now, you will see that this witnessing, this perceiving is untouched even by the identity.
Yes. Uh, um,
And this is true for every moment in that instant. When you check, you see the reality of this. You see?
yes.
Then,
It's strange because sometimes when you speak, I don't understand anything.
yeah,
My brain is out.
this can happen, but that's okay. Even this is seen.
Uh,
Nothing happened to the seeing, you see. That which witnesses even this, my body can start shaking. But this is also seen. No? Is the witnessing also shaking?
yes. Yeah.
Huh? Is the witnessing that watches the body is shaking, something is happening, is that also moving?
Yes.
Is the witnessing moving?
It's no, no. Mm. But sometimes it's not very clear.
As you check more and more, It'll get clearer and clearer.
For example, actually, I have difficulties to meditate.
I didn't say any meditation.
Yes, right now, for example, um, I see the presence. I don't need to meditate. And when I close my eyes, the energy are taking place, and I have difficulties to be beside. It's why I'm afraid to leave you.
Yes. I'm always with you.
Yes, I know, but this morning, for example, it's not so evident.
Yes. But when you find the presence of your own being, that's why you stay with this question, can I stop being? You will find that your own being is here. That is me.
Yes. When I feel it, it's very secure. It's
Yes.
very,
Yes.
we feel
Yes.
safe. But when I don't feel it, I feel very insecure, and the mind take place, and it's very difficult.
When you feel scared, you look at that pendant. That pendant I
Yes.
gave you, Guruji.
Yes,
You look at that pendant
yes.
and you remember the question, can I stop being now?
Can I stop being now?
And then you see that being is here. That being is Guruji's presence, is my presence, is the Sadguru's presence. I'm always with you.
Can I tell you something? It's very painful for me.
Yes.
I love you so much, and sometimes I don't feel love,
Yeah.
and I'm very ashamed because I see all Sangha is very close
Loving.
to you, you know, and I feel perhaps I'm
But
not in your
sometimes they
place.
also don't feel love. Sometimes they also don't feel love. Sometimes it just becomes nothing. They also feel like, I get messages also sometimes, I'm not liking you very much right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's very painful, and
It's okay.
shame.
This love also, in this way, sometimes it feels very strong, sometimes it's quiet. You see, you don't find it. Where's the love? Where's the love gone?
Yes.
It's okay.
But you feel as a leaf, you know, you feel as a leaf. Um,
You feel as
as a leaf in the wind, a leaf
leaf
in the wind.
in the wind. Yeah.
You are ballotted, and each moment is so different.
Yes, but I have
And
pointed you to that which is not shaking, your being. And when you check, can I stop being? You find this being which is just here, steady, unshaking, unmoving.
yes, but when you are engrounded, you are deep in. Okay, but when it's felt very. It's come, okay? Oh, it's grace, in fact. What it comes from, it's grace.
Yes.
But I don't know what it comes.
Yes.
When it comes, please come, and it doesn't come. And I'm feel lost.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that even love, even peace, joy, all of these also coming and going.
Mm.
What is not coming and going is your being. So I point you to that which is stable. You say, I want something stable, not
Yes,
shaking,
yes,
not moving. This being is unchanging.
yes,
You see?
yes.
And then as you recognize this being more and more, you will see that this is God's presence, is consciousness itself. And then you will not feel so scared, you will not feel so worried about future.
Yes. But you need to meditate.
You need to just inquire into this question. Can I stop being? And you find that being is there instantaneously. It's quick meditation.
Yes. In fact, when I say the question, I don't understand. I don't understand anything. I let it. I let the energy. I don't know.
Yes. But what I can do is, we can type it out for you. My answer,
Yes.
this one, I type it,
Yes.
and give it to you.
Yes.
So you can read it slowly and it stays with you.
Yes.
Yes?
Thank you.
Yes. Because I know the mind can be
It's
either
blocked.
blank.
Yeah, it's
or,
blocked. Totally blocked.
Yes, yes,
And hypnotize me totally.
yes. So we find someone with good handwriting and maybe we write it for you or we type it out and give to you the answer we give.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
Thank you for your love and your compassion.
always welcome.
With. Thank you to not reject me.
Oh, I cannot reject.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very honored
Thank you.
to be with you, Lasanga.
Thank you.
I would like to feel more love. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So precious.
No, you too, my dear. Thank you.
So precious.
Thank you. Who has good handwriting? Good handwriting? Okay. We'll do. Vedika? Okay. Yeah. Okay. You wanted to come up? Oh, you wanted to come. Come. It seems like ages since I heard a question from you. No, way too long.
Because earlier they were all just mind questions and I was holding them back.
Now you have a non-mind question. I'm
Yes.
waiting to hear. I might never have heard one actually. Let's see what. No pressure.
It's a very simple
No
question.
pressure.
Ananta ji, are you my guru?
There is only one guru. It's a democracy also. What is so? There is only one guru, and it's also a democracy in the sense all these various forms of the same one guru are available. You go with that which resonates most with you. The guru is only one.
But in my heart, I resonate deeply with you, though there's a mixture of fear and love, and sometimes it's just a very casual kind of thing. So, since I don't know, in all humility, I ask you.
That which speaks from here is the guru. That much I know. And that one is not different from Bhagwan, Arunachala, Papaji, Guruji. This presence here is authentic, and it is the presence that I'm deeply honored to have here also.
So I also wanted to say that this story of my life, which is like a very complex novel that I started authoring with too many plots and subplots, and I can't bring them together. I've run out of ink.
Run out of ink is very good.
So I want to give you that novel.
Yeah. This is very good actually what you say, whether you realize it or not. Because the trouble with the identity that is that it wants a glorious ending to the autobiography, you see. Here you say, I'm out of ink. Then when you're out of ink, no trouble about what the story should end up like, what appears, what should not appear. Oh, I don't want it going this way. This is thickening the plot. Oh, I want it going this way because it's really fun. It's becoming a nice thriller. You see, you have no concern about that. So then we enjoy together, fresh, every moment like this. No? So I'm also out of ink actually. I don't want ink pot. No?
No ink and no think.
Yeah?
No ink, no
And no
think.
think. No think, therefore no ink. The think provides the ink for this story.
Also, there were several random identities that were picked up. Some of them worked, some of them didn't work. So it all seems like totally random.
Yes.
What so, and it is seen that none of them was like really me. It's like some kind of a psychic force which is completely believed in till
Yes.
it is exhausted, till that whole thing is exhausted.
It can seem like that. And this is how this game of the Leela is played. In the Maya, the appearance appears. By Maya by itself, without the engagement with Maya, doesn't become the Leela. You see. It is the power of belief which makes it the Leela, this harmless Maya which is appearing.
Also, as Sri Muji said in the Satsang, that the house, like my house, has been burning for a very long time. And while it feels like I was constructing more and more stories, both STOREY and STORY, like more and more. And also trying to salvage some antiques. So it's just like I want to give up all antiques, everything, just the whole thing empty for.
I'm very happy to hear this. Because we say, let it all burn. But inside somewhere we can say, okay, all but this, this I want to keep safe. So you say, let it all burn, even my antiques, my fancied antiques.
Because the holding on is the burning, is the continuation of the burning
Yes,
of the antiques.
because the burning won't take long unless it is resisted. And the allowing, it doesn't take long to be storyless. But we have to stop building new ones.
Thank you, Father.
You come closer. It's too far.
Can I come? I don't know why I'm coming. I prefer like this.
You're probably coming to make me laugh, actually.
To
Make me laugh, because I always find your laughter very infectious.
some professor in Rishikesh told me my life
Some
was
professor in Rishikesh.
Unmani told me that my life was an escape from the from the suffering. The only good thing I have in life. She was.
Don't meet any professors in
sorry,
Satsang.
I'm trying to. I feel like a child giving. I don't know the
report.
expression in the report. I'm
Yeah.
like this. Sometimes I make a big effort not to make more reports as a child, because in fact the first time
Professor told you what? Your love
The-
is an escape.
that my life that well, sometimes I make joke with the difficult things. Also, I was telling her that I came to India in a very. Some people here were there around here, and I don't know exactly why. And I'm with some difficulties, but in the moment it was very difficult for me to hear this, because sometimes it is an escape. I know from the painful things.
What is love is an escape?
Laugh.
Laugh.
Sometimes I laugh when I'm very afraid
Yeah.
to face people shy of love. I know what she was meaning, but also there are some joy that wants to flow.
I prefer what Papaji said.
What that a good laugh.
And when you laugh, you don't think.
We don't think. Yes. Yes. Also, laugh makes some space in me, and I came because I miss this space. Sometimes I feel more near you, and it's so good. And so many things are burning without. Sometimes I'm not able to control it by mind and to know what is coming. Hot energy, cold energy, shaking. It seems I'm dying. It seems life will flow. And this restless. Sometimes it's good because there is some burning in this, and it's happening very fast. So many different stages. Sometimes it comes also the fear of rejection. And it was very beautiful, the question of, I don't know her name. Vedika. I know her, but I was not really. It was so beautiful. Suddenly I don't know if you are my master in this sense of Sadhguru, but the first time I found Guruji, I just had one or two little short videos. And in the end, when Guruji called me for a hug, he do this usually not with special people, but with people that come with first time and are recognizing him after I observed this, because in the moment I was very, he's calling me. and I said, Holy Father, Holy Father. And I was finding my father, my spiritual father. And the first time I talked to you by Hangout, I was very surprised because I was saying Father. And for some time I was thinking that Ramdas was my master in this way of Sadhguru. And also I'm grateful to him. And I'm perceiving that everything is okay, everything is good. We learn with everything. This is new in me also in this moment, this perspective more without any judgment about me or about others. And I'm feeling you are my Sadhguru, because Guruji didn't let me go to Sahaja, didn't let me, so I off talk. Something was between me and Sahaja. Guruji, one time when I was in the retreat in Mount Sahaja, burning with a lot of anxiety in the head, I take the courage to say to Guruji, oh Guruji, I'd like so much to be sometime in Sahaja. And Guruji just said, you will. Until some time ago, I was not perceiving what he was meaning. And perhaps when he saw me in India, also he called me. And I was very happy how he's recognizing me. And he told, you made it, I'm so happy. So perhaps it was for me to come here, and because I'm feeling home for the first time in my life. And I'd like to feel home in every sense, more and more and more, and it came to me to come here because I miss home. So I know I can do nothing. I cannot force nothing. Help me to surround.
We don't even need to say or to decide you are my master or he is my master or she is my master.
But
We
it's
don't
beauty. We don't. We
Not
just discover.
not in the proclamation, you see. The beauty is in the surrender which comes on its own in the presence of the master. You see, the beauty is in the peace, in the love that you feel in your heart, in the trust that arises for the master. The beauty is in that. But when we start to say, okay, this one, no, this one, no, maybe this one, then it becomes more like a mental exercise or
Yes,
something.
yes, I had that experience.
Yes. So in my life here also, in this experience, there was time many I've called master. Many I've called. And there was a time where I said, no more guru for me. I'm done with this guru business. It doesn't work. It's completely useless. No more. I just go and I will listen to people that I enjoy hearing, but I'm not going to call anyone master. Like this, I decided. You see, I decided that my master is myself. It's too egoistic, but I didn't realize then. You see? And then I came across Guruji and I realized that everything is his problem. Everything. I felt so much love, just very comfortable feeling of being at home. You see, this feeling of being home is there. This is beautiful, you see. But I didn't feel need to go and say, you are my master, or something like this. Because some specialness can be hidden even in that. That my master has to be somebody special.
Yes, I have this tendency. Yes, I understand.
How do I choose to be my master? In this, the me gets reinforced.
Yes, he chose me.
I
Sometimes
chose this one. No, I looked at this one. I feel this one is the winner. Number one, master. Yeah? Not like this.
But I feel you as my father. Sometimes I have some shame because I am older than you in a chronological way. Yes. But I have this sensation. Sometimes also I project the fears I had about my father and these things.
Yes. So if there's this sense of feeling at home, feeling comfortable, you sense some peace, some love, and you sense that there is no exploitation of any sort, then it's safe to be there. And no need for any announcement that I found my master.
No, but it's not like my mind is very arrogant, okay? But some other thing is trying to open, and it came with the Sangha.
Yes. And that is unstoppable. That is unstoppable, cannot be stopped. That which is opening on its own.
Yes, it's very beautiful because also in Rishikesh, I was thinking perhaps Ramdas is my master, but I was very sad because I was feeling so in family with this Sangha. And the Sangha is when I'm not trying to, I like to say the truth. In this moment, I'm not feeling desire to criticize nobody, and I'm very grateful to everyone. But there was this sensation of feel, in fact, in family. And I was not able until now to express this. It was blocked, it's open, the capacity of express. Perhaps I came because of this, because it's a need. I know I can do nothing, just let it happen by itself. This is for the first time in my life. I'm with 54 years. I'm feeling calm in India, in Sangha, with you.
I'm very happy you're here.
Oh, so good. I don't know if it is my ego or if it is my heart, but I don't mind.
It's very good, very good. And she doesn't look 54 at all.
In Portugal, I need, but when I come out, something is getting more different inside. Because also I forget about my age. it's very beautiful. This sensation of have no boundaries, also in a chronological way. I think it will come in time, and I love this. Okay, Father, thank you.
Thank you,
I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but, but I'm talking by heart.
It's very good. I love it. Yeah. Huh? She, the, the photographer was in deeply trance meditative state.
Thank you, Ananta. Thank you, Father.
They should have some mic where, just say water and it moves. Done. Because it takes a minute to adjust the right place. Tape a straw? No, don't need. Oh, take a straw. Yeah. I feel like a three-year-old,
Normally I come up with a question, but I don't have a, well, there are actually a lot of questions coming up, but I don't know if I should ask them if it's just coming from the mind.
Do they have one theme or they have multiple?
Some fear, question about fear and belief, some questions, there's a lot of different questions, but they all seem, the mind is telling me that they're important. But I don't know why, I just felt like coming up anyway, and I don't know if I should ask any of those questions or just come up and...
Let's just see what happens.
Okay. Right now there's coming up a question about devotion.
Yes.
And I don't know, sometimes this thought comes that, and if you'll tell me to disregard, I'll disregard it, but this thought that that I'm not devoted enough or something like that, that devotion is really important. And I don't know.
All temperaments, like fingerprints, are unique in this expression. No two temperaments are exactly the same. You see? The functioning of no two appearances are exactly the same. So, some have a temperament which is very devotional, but they don't want to inquire. Some want little bit inquire, little bit devotion. Some want inquire, but don't talk to me about devotion. Like this. Some have like this. Now, this is how it starts. You see? And whatever appeals to you, inquiry, devotion, all forms of spirituality, whatever appeals to you, it all leads to the same place. You see? So in your case, it might be to inquire and contemplate, which is more appealing than devotion, you see, or surrender. So you stay with that. Then what will happen is that you come to this space of unassociated being, unmixed consciousness. You see? Now this love, peace, devotion, joy, all of these are servants to your unassociated being. as you are letting go of concepts about yourself, you will find that more and more all these very naturally come to you. But if you have an expectation about it, then it becomes a condition. So just staying with the inquiry, just staying in satsang and allowing this conditioning to be chopped off or dissolved, whatever way it is happening, is all that is required. There is no way that devotion will leave you behind. In fact, it will come chasing you because it is in service to you, because you are that consciousness. You see? So all of these energies, they want to sit at your feet actually, but not personal feet. They want to sit at the feet of God, which you are discovering yourself to be. You see? So with inquiry, with satsang, you're getting rid of these attributes, this conditioning, and you will find that love, devotion, surrender, all of this will come with no concern about it actually. You see, because for consciousness, when the realization is there that I am this, then it's really not a concern whether love is coming, joy is coming. It's enjoyed when it comes, but there's no expectation. Where is it today? It didn't show up. Not like this. That's why Bhagavan said that jnana, which is this self-inquiry type temperament, and bhakti, which is devotion, surrender type temperament, are like two wings of a bird. You see? Also, he said that those who have jnana will be given bhakti as a prasad. You know, prasad, the offering that you get, will be given bhakti as a prasad, and those with bhakti will get jnana as a prasad. You see? So, one of the beautiful examples is Nisargadatta Maharaj, where he felt so much devotion to his master. You see? But if you read I am that, he is the greatest jnani. You see? But he didn't do any intellectual study, didn't read any scriptures, none of that. Yet he got jnanas. And the greatest jnanis feel great devotion in their heart. So you stay like this, just follow the pointings, assimilate both the words and presence of satsang, and this will not leave you. In fact, looking at you now, I see great devotion in your eyes already. So I don't know what you're talking about.
It's actually something that started happening a little while ago where I started feeling this. I don't know why it's so painful.
Mm-hmm. You started feeling what? It's okay, we have time.
I was spending some time at Montesahaja, and I started feeling this sense of like alienation from Guruji somehow. And I'm sure it's just some thoughts that have built up into some kind of emotional sentiment. I know that, but it still feels like it's there. And I used to feel so much like love towards him, and suddenly I don't. Like, I still have all this trust, but it's like something's been clouded over. And it really hurts me inside because I know it's not true, but it feels like that. And then with that comes all these feelings of like guilt and like I'm not devotional enough and these things. And I can just observe it, but it's still painful somehow. And it didn't start off like that. It like kind of grew, some kind of murkiness grew over time. And I don't know. I'm just hoping maybe by exposing it, and it also doesn't have to go, I guess, but somehow it feels like it shouldn't be there. Like it's not. It doesn't belong here.
These kind of resistance, these kind of seeming blockages, murkiness, the sense of alienation, it can arise sometimes to leave. It was pent up maybe somewhere from something. You never know. You see, where all this conditioning is from, we don't even really know. Those who believe in past lives and things like that will say it could be from some other lifetime. You see, so it's coming up doesn't mean that it's coming something new is coming to you. Maybe it's coming to go. It's going. You see, but the mind is so tricky. That 1-2 punch combo. You see, so this came and said, "Why are you getting this?" You see, so it makes guilt out of it. You see, and guilt is freshly created conditioning. So at least if we don't create these byproducts and allow this whatever is coming up to come up, you see. And the minute you say Guruji, that means then it is Guruji's problem. You see, if you say Guruji and still my problem, then you don't mean Guruji. If you say Father, Guruji, Master, any of that, means what? That I'm just a baby. It's your problem to feed me, clean me, bathe me, whatever is happening to me is your problem. If the child is feeling some anger towards the mother, should the child feel guilty about it? No, it can come naturally, it'll go.
It feels like I know this is coming from the mind, but it's just how it's coming. It feels like a sense of rejection almost. Like Guruji doesn't want my problem to be his problem or something. I don't
It's
know.
not possible.
Just this feeling like something has been like eclipsed or shrouded or something. And it's like I don't feel this. I don't know.
The Guru cannot give it back to you and say, I don't want this one. That's the best part, you see. So even this, how it is playing out, is his play. Because the Guru is only a representation, the purest embodiment of your own being. It is consciousness itself playing in human form. So I would just say, Father, whether you like it or not, it is your problem.
It's okay. Like I feel sometimes very awkward. Like I can't be natural around him because of this, and that creates even more anxiety. You know, so I can just let that be, and it's okay.
Because that also is his problem. Sometimes it is those with devotional temperaments who find this easier. That's why your initial question was about this devotion. So this surrender or the devotion, those with these temperaments, they find it easier. But then if you don't find it coming naturally like this to say, and even when I'm saying maybe it's seeming like it's not that easy for me or something like that can come, then you just stay with the inquiry, you stay with satsang, and you find that the surrender will arise, the sense of devotion will arise on its own. Yeah? And actually, the master is not concerned about who's close, who's not close, at what degree of separation are you from him, all of that. You're not concerned about. He is only in service to your longing for the truth. You see? And that is being served one way or another. You see? That is going to happen. Now, if that means that some sense of personal closeness has to be burned or created, then that happens that way. You see? All of it moves with a great synchronicity which the mind cannot fathom. As you keep with this discovery of what you truly are, then you will find that what I am, even God cannot reject. And all this feeling of rejection, separation, distance, all of this was personal. It is very good that you come up and you expose this, because exposing in satsang, in the presence of in the presence of the sangha itself, is a great relief. Unless you then give it to the mind and say, should I have said this? Should I have not said? Then if you're building new stories, then new conditioning is coming. Because if you just like this, I left it here, let it be burnt in satsang, it's good.
No, it feels good because it's been going on for a while and it hasn't been going, So something needs to happen, and I also don't want to put too much emphasis on something going, but it just feels so unnatural. Like it just should not. That's not. And the mind tries to attack, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Very happy sometimes to hear reports with so much honesty, integrity is very beautiful.
And it only happens when I'm not in his presence, actually. Because when I'm in his presence, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Just like when I'm in your presence or in any, it's impossible to just not love you so much and love him so much.
And you will find that this presence, more and more, you will find that it cannot leave you.
Can I ask another question about, again, like I said when I came, there's a lot of things coming in the mind, so I can it's okay to ask? Okay. Well, I'm also kind of embarrassed to actually ask this, but I'll just whatever.
Then you must. Then you must.
Then, okay. Well, it's not really embarrassment. It's just like there are some thoughts, there are some strong fears that some thoughts come, and I feel like the fear is strong, so strong that I have to believe them. And there are thoughts about things like
the fear is strong, so you have to believe the thoughts about them.
The thoughts that try to prevent me from experiencing what I'm scared of or what the fear is about.
Take an illustration so I understand.
Okay, so I don't know why, but like a lot of it has to do with having like a female body.
Okay.
And being told like don't walk alone at night and things like that ever since I've been a little girl. And all the media that we get and things like this. So sometimes I want to be free and move about freely, but there are certain restrictions that I feel I have. And so when a thought comes, like it comes with a lot of suspicion and stuff, like if I'm walking somewhere, like don't go down this alleyway or something, or just these like fears that I have to like protect myself, and or especially being in India, like I have to, I shouldn't walk alone at night and I need to be with someone, and it forms this kind of like this like care for the body and what happens to the body, and so I tend to believe these thoughts, and I find it difficult to not believe these thoughts.
So suppose when you turned 18, I'm presuming you're already 18, but when you turned 18, somebody gave you for your birthday beautiful Ferrari. So you got this beautiful Ferrari as a gift. And they said, don't drive on these roads with a lot of potholes, okay, because it'll get spoiled. Okay? So you say, yeah, so I don't want to mess up the Ferrari. And just because I'm spiritual or I'm coming to some liberation, I should be able to drive it on the potholes. Yeah, this kind of thing is also from the ego, actually. You see, it's like saying that many in India actually have also this belief that once you're awake or free or something, the body should not fall sick. Just like saying that, oh, because I'm awake, my car should not break down. It means nothing, because the body is nothing but an instrument. Now, every instrument has a certain way in which it has to be managed, taken care of. So to have this attitude towards the body is fine. It's a beautiful instrument which we have. You see? So why should I then say, okay, I'm going to do this and I should be free enough to do that and things like that. It is just another mind trick. Another mind trick. Like I also get these questions many times that I'm coming to Satsang, should I keep taking my diabetes medicines or not? I say, yes, please. Because just because you're freeing yourself from the identity that you are the body, and the identity that you are the person, doesn't mean the body cannot have mechanical problems or any instrumental problems. So just like this. So actually at the root of this must be some inherent belief that I am the body. You see, I want to be free, therefore the body should be allowed to move about. So there must be some deep correlation between this sense of I and the body. And maybe it is these restrictions or these things that you heard about that have contributed to this belief that I am the body. And that's why I feel that that contemplation where we really check and we find, am I the body or am I in the body or is the body in me? That is very useful to dissolve this sort of identification. But this dissolution of the identification doesn't necessarily come with a recklessness about the body. Why I said doesn't necessarily come is that in some cases, like we hear about these avadutas, who are just unconcerned about the body and they would just, walk about in the streets with no clothes and those kind of things. But that is a natural, it must come naturally, not as a planned, I'm going to plan to become an avaduta. Doesn't work that way. But in most cases, it is found that even when body identification is dropped, there can be a great care for the body. There can be a great respect for how it should be treated. But it does not feel like it is a constriction on me. Isn't it? So don't drive your Ferrari on pothole roads. It's not good for it. But it's not you. The important point is the Ferrari is still a Ferrari, it's not you.
Yeah, I think it's normal to have some kind of like, there are some rules in society that we have to abide by, and but it's the fear, and sometimes this that also feels like it's not really natural, like it creates some suspicion, it creates some, yeah, it's just like there's a certain degree, and I've been on both sides of the degree, because when I was younger I was very fearful, and then I went through this phase where I was actually very reckless and I would travel alone and just like totally disregard, and then as I've gotten a bit older, this fear has come back to be more, and there's a certain degree to it where it's like the fear is not, it's not really representative of what's really happening, and it creates suspicion and just like a tense environment. So it's that boundary, I feel.
So as you look more and more and you see that the body is just an appearance in the space of my being, then the fearful aspect of that, something happening to it, will reduce more and more and more. I'm not saying it will go away completely, because it doesn't. A little bit will always be there. You know my example of sages not jumping off terraces, and you see, so it'll come to this minimal point, this fear. It might actually then be replaced by an intuitive intelligence of how to take good care of this instrument called the body. And that is okay. Sometimes the mind might be interpreting it already as something which is clearly seen, that this is the most appropriate way to care for this instrument. The mind might be labeling, see, you got to fear now. It could be that also. So that also we can check. So you can bring that into the light of your own seeing and say, is it really a fear, or is it just a very obvious way to care for this body? You see, because sometimes the mind can make a picture out of freedom, which is that we become completely reckless and we are roaming the streets at 1 a.m. and everybody recognizes our radiance, so nobody is going to harm this body or something. It makes these ideas. It's not like that. But all that is unnatural fear will dissolve in the contemplation when you recognize the body is just another appearance in your being, but that which is your intuitive guidance, even for this body, that will continue. Sometimes the mind labels that as some fear or something. It might just be some very practical way to do things, which is okay. I'm very happy actually. One day I asked for where you were, because I didn't see you for 1 or 2 days now in Rishikesh. I'm very happy I asked for you and you started to come, and I felt like you must be here also.
It was so helpful to have this these Google Hangouts
Yes.
when I went back to see family, and I was so happy when I discovered that I could still be in the Sangha field even though I was so far away. and I'm so grateful.
Although the timings are not that great.
Yeah, it wasn't always great. It was like 11 p.m. or 5 a.m. and things like that, but it was still so good.
How is that Wednesday time when we changed it to 9:30 a.m.? What does that make it for you in the US?
It made it like 9:30 p.m. But what I always ended up doing, I ended up accidentally missing it because I thought it was the same
11,
times
yeah.
as 11, and then I was, oh, it's Wednesday, and I messed up, and then I would come in at the end. Yeah.
So let's see. We were also wondering what to do about the timing now that we restart next week. But we might keep Wednesday still at 9:30 for the US.
Yeah, and I just want to just say thank you so much for this retreat, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Father, I don't have any questions, but perhaps I just want to share something here, because when you said that there is only one guru,
Yes.
and the one who resonate in your heart the most, like follow that one or something. And
Are you going to give me some news now that it's not you? What am I doing here? Now you tell me. It's okay, even if it's that, it's okay.
because what I'm found out is like in my guru list, like
Yeah.
master list, like
You're
you,
last.
yeah, like you are the last one or something,
Yeah.
because like a few days ago, I when I was arrived in Bangalore, and I received a message from my yoga teacher, and she said that like, hey Ram, like Sadhguru is gonna stay in Delhi to give in satsang, and do you want to come? You can stay in my house as well. And there's some feeling of regret, like I feel like I should be there with him because he's Sadhguru, like he's not a common man, like.
Like you. Just t-shirt, trouser.
But
I know what you mean though.
it makes so much sense. And what happens is I used to spend some day in Delhi to do some yoga. I talked with you about it. And after the course, my yoga teacher, she say something to me like, oh my God, Ram, like your body knows yoga, and you are so good at it. And there's so much feeling that I have to go to Isha, to change, and this is my path or something like that. So I just want to expose this because what I notice is along with it is a lot of judgments about the sanghas Like when I was in Rishikesh, right, when I walking around, and I saw some people in the chai shop, the people who close to Guruji, and I saw them like smoking a cigarette and eating some chips, and there's a lot of judgments. Like, what happens? Like those people have no discipline because, like, because I carry the idea that I want to become like perfect, like to be disciplined and to have a certain kind of sadhana to say to follow. So, and there's a lot of judgments about people, and yeah,
At least this one was not me because I don't smoke. That would have, from the bottom, I would have gone off the list. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Like a few days ago, when you talk about when you was with Ramesh, and he said like when you do the self inquiry,
You can also
just
have a peg of whiskey.
sit and have whiskey or something, and you say what? Like it's too much. I mean, in Isha, like Sadhguru takes me to sit and keep the spine erect, and how to sit and how to do it. And even though he never say something like you are the supreme lord of the universe and things, but I feel that he's speaking the truth. Even the two ways is so different for me. Like the Advaita way and the yoga ways is so different. But I sense is it the one truth or something? And I just want to expose because my mind like making like you have to choose one path or something. And yeah, what else? And that's it. I mean, because sometimes there's a thought like, suppose that Guruji is here, you is here, and Satguru is here in
It's
the
very good for my ego.
in the same Tiruvannamalai, for example, and you three are giving satsang,
I'll be at Guruji's feet actually. So.
Yes, so Guruji and you like in the same like Advaita stuff.
Yes.
Let's say I would choose to be with Sadhguru because I love him and
He's whispering now.
I love him so much, but I cannot say it to the Sangha because they don't know him, and
Too late. Say hi to Sangha.
so yeah, so it just come up, and the idea to just whenever it's come up, just witnesses, just observing, stay in the present, and it's go away. But at some point, I feel it's good to expose it
Yes. Very good.
to see what happens.
And I very much enjoyed this this sharing because I appreciate when someone comes with this honesty, not hiding behind false just respect or something. It's just clear that this is how it is. I like very much. The main thing is whether you're here, you're with Sadhguru, you're with there's so many. In Thiru also, there must be many who are sharing Satsang right now. Not to give you any more ideas. You see? But no matter who the physical representation of the master is, if that one is saying that the root point, the main point of all of this is not the discovery of who you are, then I'm ready to have a debate with them. You see? My feeling is that whatever the seeming path might be, whoever the seeming guru might be, the ultimate question will always only be who am I in reality, not who is my guru. The ultimate question will always be who am I? And there is nothing that prevents you from finding this out right now. And once you find this out, then you might find that I can throw away my list. It doesn't matter. It is life's problem to show me any of that if it wants to show me now. So sometimes the mind can take these diversions, although they might seem like very, very important questions, but it's still a diversion. Because no matter who the guru is, if he has recognized the truths of what is going on here, then the pointing will always ultimately come to this point. Now, some will say, do this way, this way, this way. Others will say, do this way, this way, this way. I say, do this way, this way, this way. So everyone has a different way of expression. As I was telling Prabha, every form here is unique in their expression. In the same way, no two masters are exactly the same in their expression. You see, I am my father's son, and yet my expression can be a little different from him. Some say very, very different from him. You see? So the expression is always changing. But the main point is this discovery of who you are. You see? Now, as consciousness, you can say, I want to play with this Ram identity for some more time, so I'm not really in a rush. So let me unravel the other mysteries. Who's my guru? Who's my life partner? Where should I live? Should I do Hatha Yoga or Jnana Yoga? You want to play with Ram for a bit, and nobody can stop that. But now, at some point, you will come to this point that I really want to, my urge, innermost urge, is only to discover who I really am. Is that how you are today?
Yes, it's how I am today.
Yes. Is this, and I say, what is the number one thing you want? What would you say?
I want to discover the truth.
Yes. If you want to discover the truth, then I can say with full integrity that right now we can find it together. You see, I don't care if you call me guru, friend, brother, doesn't matter. All those labels are not important. But there is nothing that stops us from finding the truth now. So, if I say now, forget about all of this discussion that we just had. Now you give me your truest introduction. Who are you in reality?
It seems like this body is here and there's a sense of
This body is here.
existence, like the witness, but I don't know what it is. It's just aware.
The body is here, and there is a witness of this. Who sees this or who knows this?
It cannot be. I cannot find it. I mean, when I ask questions like, am I aware now? I know that there is something that is aware, but it cannot be located.
When you say, I cannot find it, you already said I, therefore you found an I, you see. You say, I cannot find it. You didn't say, something I don't know could not find it. Say, I could not find it. You with me? So you already know that it is I who could not find it. You see? That's why I say it's simpler than this finding also. So when you ask, am I aware now? You say yes. Awareness is here, but I cannot locate it. Isn't it? That's what you said. Because this that you are does not have a location. It is formless. And yet you know you are. And this is not satisfactory for the mind because the mind says, I didn't see anything. You see? And yet you say, I am aware. This I that is aware is awareness itself. Or is there someone else who is aware?
It is awareness itself.
It is awareness itself. So if you say it is awareness itself, is there an I which is separate from this? Are you looking at it or you are it?
I am it.
You are it. Now, does this it have a question about who's its guru is? Who its guru is? Does it have the list?
No, Father. These questions come from the mind, and
From the mind. Not only do they come from the mind, they do not even apply to this I, isn't it?
yes, Father.
They don't even apply. So as you see that you are this one to which no appearance actually has any effect, and in this recognition of what I really am, you find that the previous identities then start losing their power. You see? What can happen is, because you're coming to this direct discovery, the mind can offer you some new sweeties. Take this one, pick the best guru, you have to build your life. Once you go back to Vietnam, start thinking about how you'll make money. You see, yoga is very good for you. You see, so it's giving you all these new sweets. You see, and as consciousness, you have the choice to pick them up if you want to continue to play. No one can stop you from that. You see, but I can tell you that the end of all of this play will be only this point, this recognition that I am this awareness that is aware of itself. And I can see with the way that you're doing the inquiry that you're directly experiencing this for yourself. Although the mind might be coming and saying, but this is still something mental, something, it might be resisting. but I can see that you're really looking. Sometimes what can happen is that if something is offered up too simply, then it can seem like it's not very valuable. Yeah? It can be like that. So that's why in India, actually, what they used to do is they used to a master would build an ashram, and then he would say, "Okay, I'm taking fresh recruits to the ashram. For 10 years, no spiritual discourse. You read the scriptures, you clean the ashram, you do the seva, all of that. Then after 10 years of that, then you say, okay, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret after 10 years of seva. Can you stop being now? This is the ultimate question. Being is here. You see, so you did all that 10 years of spiritual practice and pranayam and yoga and chakra shining and polishing, all of that. And then is now you're ready, you see. Now you're ready. So can you stop being and check that this being is here? It is the light of this universe. And then the student feels very happy and grateful. I discovered the secret of this entire manifestation, this whole universe comes from within me, from my own being. You see? Like this. And then he says, Master says, no, not yet. I give you now advanced practices. Another 10 years, you do this, and I make you part of my core team now. Now you do not the sweeping and things, you do other higher level seva. Then no, I'm being half serious actually. So then, so now 10 more years gone, 20 years up. You become master at a lot of practices. You become very good. All your chakras are very good. And then he comes and says, okay, you ready now for my ultimate question? Ultimate question. He says, calls you in and says, are you aware now? Say yes. This awareness is aware even of being, of consciousness. Is untouched. This is the Paramatma. And you're sitting there after 20 years and you come to this, yes, I am this awareness itself. Unchanging, all of that. What has happened has been a play in my life. I have always been this eternal self, the absolute. No matter what the path is, no matter who the master is, the so-called journey always has to culminate at this point if it is authentic. And I would like to feel that there are many authentic masters, but with all those authentic masters, the journey must culminate here. So therefore, the only difference is, are you ready for these questions now, you feel like something, when you discover this, you find that this, I'm discovering the core of my own existence, or something in this world of appearances still seems more meaningful or tangible. That's what you have to find. And we cannot run away from this. It can be that you find something still meaningful in this play. This play is very vast, you see. There are many, many beautiful things here. So you find, yes, this gives me some happiness, something. And you're free to play with that. You see? But come what may, the discovery of your own eternal presence as consciousness, and ultimately as that which is aware even of this consciousness. This is unchanging through centuries, through millennia. You see? This was Bhagwan's pointing and the pointing of all the great sages before him also. That is not changing anywhere. And once you see this for yourself, then I'm happy actually, because I feel like my work is done to some extent anyway. And you're free to play. You see? If it were up to me, I would say keep coming to satsang, because all conditioning has not yet dropped off. But I also understand, because it played here also, wanting to experience all these different spiritual masters and their teachings and all of that. It was very nice. Now when I look back at it, there's great joy in that. So there's nothing here which wants to stop you from doing that. At least I'm happy that I've seeded this, what I have to offer in your heart.
Thank you, Father. What happens when asking like whether I'm done with this place or not,
Yeah.
like something want to say like yes, I'm done, I want to find out the truth and that's it. But I know that there is also something want to place, So
You're completely welcome to play. And don't ever feel like because you went about to play, you cannot come back home or something.
because when I heard you say something like there's many people, they come to play and they play for a very long time, and I mean, who knows?
That is the risk with the play. That cannot be denied, because I also had one time this one who came and said, yes, I got it. Everything you say is so clear. And now I feel like I want to play with the mind for a bit. And I said, it's not really such a good idea already. No, Ananta, this is good. I'm going to continue to come to satsang, but I just feel like to play with the mind for a bit. You see, I feel like there's some joy in that. And I don't see her again. Not once has she come to satsang back. Yeah? So I don't know if I meet her in this lifetime or not. So from the ultimate perspective, even this is not important, because you can have many, many lifetimes of playing, but home is not going anywhere. Home is always here. From the ultimate perspective.
Yeah, but it sounds very horrible when you say like you can have.
But you can't have it both ways.
I mean, even when you say like you can have like 5 years or something, it's also sound horrible for me, And
Then why you want to go to places which say 5 years and 10 years?
but it makes sense when Sadhguru said that, yoga.
Huh?
When Sadhguru he explained about the path, it makes so much sense.
What is his time frame?
He doesn't have a time frame. He even said that self-realization is the highest.
It?
Self-realization is the highest.
Hardest.
And he's also say a story when Krishna and Arjuna in a battle, Krishna said that it was the easiest. Also, it's like in the tip of the nose.
Yeah.
But there's some like purification needed to purify the mind and the body, kind of preparation, And because there's many times.
That's exactly the story I told you. So first 10 years, you purify, do all practices, do lots of seva, and then the secret will be told to you. And then you might actually ask the question, does this being need the practice? Or who was this practice actually for? If after purification of the mind, I have actually never met a pure mind. And I have met many sages. The mind is only attack and defense. That is the functioning of the mind to perpetuate the individual identity. I don't feel any sage can also say that my mind is very pure. Only pure thoughts come to my mind. Thoughts are thoughts. Anything comes. Now this burden of making them pure, I would not wish them upon an enemy actually. Because there's so much guilt in that. We don't know what the next thought is going to be. And we judge ourselves based on that. Oh, as if I am the creator of my thought, you see. There's too much doership, too much guilt, too much struggle, too much journey. What does it mean to have a pure mind? You don't have thoughts about greed and lust and anger. Is that what it is?
No, Father.
What is pure mind?
It's not about pure mind. It's about.
He said, no, you have to purify the mind to then come to.
Kind of at some point.
What is the purpose of the practice?
Because I carry the idea in my mind that I want to become perfect, but I don't know what it means also. And
then are you willing to bet your life on just an idea which even you are not clear about?
No, Father.
You must look at these things. You say, I have an idea that some sort of a perfection in the worldly realm is available on this particular path. But I don't have a clear idea of what this perfection means. So let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out from that path, what is your idea of perfection? And if that idea of perfection resonates with you, I say, I'm very happy to send you there actually. But at least you must know.
Because I think that if I follow that path, it's also lead me to the truth.
Yes. All paths, authentic, if they are authentic masters, will lead you to the truth. I'm not denying that. But I'm saying that if the truth is available here now, you want some other scenery along the way? What is it? What is your idea of the perfect way to get to the truth? You can say, for example, like if I was in your place, I would say, okay, let's look at this very scientifically and quantify it. This path, out of 100 followers, so many are actually seem to be coming to the discovery of the self. You see, versus this path, so many followers, how many are coming to the discovery of the self? So then you meet 100 people who are with whatever path you want to follow, and you check, are they resonating with this peace, love, happiness, contentment? You see? And if you find that something seems more tangible over there, very welcome. That makes sense. I would go there then. You see? But you cannot just say that I don't know what it is, and I don't even know what I want, and I know that the truth, this is the truth, but still, because of some, I don't know what reason. It can be that just like falling in love, you fall in love with someone, then you have no choice in the matter. Then you would not even have this question. You see, if you fell in love, then you would not go to all the other girls and say, who should I actually date? You see, because it is clear to you. The point of none of this is to try and make you feel guilty or something. It is just to help you get some clarity about what is going on and what is it that you truly want.
Because what happens is, like, my mind cannot accept the ideas that this is so easy,
Yes.
it is so simple. And many times I encounter some beings, like, they talk about Advaita stuff, and I can sense something so wrong, like, it's not like that. And therefore my mind tries to suggest, like, this is not good, you should, like, follow another path or something.
The good part about having this accessibility to be able to talk like this is to say, okay, I met someone in your Sangha, what you said, and I don't feel that is right. I don't feel this is really the truth which is being pointed at, and we can look at it together. See, in most parts, this is not available like this. You can't really go to the master and say, this happened and this one is like this. You can't really, that accessibility is not there so much. One of the biggest tricks of the mind is try and convince you that it cannot be so simple. But if the truth is real, if the self is real, then it must be here now. It must be here now, isn't it? If it is real, it must be here. If it will arise only after 10 years of doing something, then can it really be the self? If you could become a person, then I would agree with you. Yes, you became a person, my friend. I'm sorry, you're a person. You see, so now let's rid you of this person and make you God again. But you never actually became a person. It is just a set of ideas that you picked up. You have always only been God. And no matter what the practice is, if it is an authentic practice, the only purpose of these practices is to get rid of this conditioning. You see? So sometimes Guruji jokes and says, no, if I had said that you do 26 spiritual push-ups and you say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, every time you go up and down, then you feel like I have given you something tangible to do. You see, at least I'm making some progress. Yesterday 26, today 27, one day and I get to 108. I've come to that place where I can really look at whether I can stop being or not. We can create like that. Program 1, level 1, this. And level 2 like this, level 5 for the really advanced. One other friend was in when she came last time, she attended a program which was called the Advanced No Ego Program. You want to be advanced no ego or just no ego? I have just no ego. If you want to be advanced no ego, then
I notice what happens when you say some example about these funny course, and the mind immediately comes up with the idea that, I mean, the path I follow is Isa, it's not something common. It's like it's serious, like
serious business. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like that. I don't mean.
I'm not making fun of any path actually. I just have what has happened here is experiences after, and there's actually great gratitude for all the masters I've met. So although it might sound like I'm being skeptical or something, but I have to speak from my experience, isn't it? So I would say, for example, that how this life turned out. If someone had asked me right in the beginning, who are you? And just inquire into who am I would find no meaning in that question whatsoever. Because the mind was so noisy. You see, so it needed that some practice, something, letting go of these like this. Till one day, this question started to hit home. Who am I? In your case, I feel the question already must be relevant to you, and that's why you've been in satsang for so long. It cannot be that you just come to this satsang, because if the question is not relevant to you, it's just pure trouble. I mean, just torture for the mind. You see? So, if the question is relevant for you, then this is a direct way to come to the recognition of what you are. But you can say, okay, the question is not so relevant to me, and maybe I didn't know what I really wanted. So then, if you say that, then I say yes. Then you go play with Hatha Yoga and other practices and whatever. You're serious, whatever serious paths there are. You see. But my feeling is that somewhere there must be resonance for this inquiry. You see, that's why you've been here. That's why you've been with Guruji. That's why you come to so many hangouts. Now, are you going to wait for your mind's report to tell you? Or are you going to check for yourself what the truth is? Because if you say, oh, but my mind is saying this, then I don't want to talk to your mind. You see, I want to talk to you. I'm going to check for myself. Yes. Check for yourself. What is it that I really want? Is my innermost urge the discovery of the self that I am, and I have no patience now. I want to know. Then you will be attracted to that which is direct, easy, straightforward. If you feel that it is that, but also I want to make something out of my life and see how to live better and not to get bad habits and things like this, then it's okay. There are many, many paths which are available. This checking you can do. Very good. Thank you. Very beautiful. What time are we at? I feel it's a very beautiful way to come to the conclusion of this beautiful time that we spent together, because it can expose these very sneaky, very tricky doubts which still seem to stay along for the ride sometimes. And it helps to clarify what are we really here for? I feel so immensely grateful to each and every one of you for being here, because I found great resonance in every session that we had. And this kind of openness is what brings great joy here. The biggest gratitude, as always, at the feet of my father, Sadhguru Sri Mujiji, for allowing this one to be his instrument and to share his light. So much gratitude for this holy land, where it is said that without Arunachala calling you, you cannot come to this place. So thank you for this call, for all of us. I feel Bhagwan's guiding presence has been with us throughout this time. And his presence has made this whole retreat so light and beautiful. Also, a big thank you to the team that helped to organize this. Amba, right from the beginning, has been answering all your emails. Anandi, Shiv, Petri, Jesh, Azhar, Amaya, for transcribing. Uh, while satsang is on, just by the end of the satsang, she already has a transcript ready. So amazing. And this retreat has been shared with so many who are not here and will be available in perpetuity. If I miss some names, I'm really sorry. With my full gratitude to everyone. I know already that the grace that brought you here is working in its own beautiful way to bring the clearest recognition of yourself to you. My blessing is that may none of you leave here as person. May you only leave as presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so very much. Let's chant Om together to break the silence. The truest silence is not the absence of words. It is the absence of egoic identity. And may this silence for you continue, irrespective of the presence or absence of words. अरुणाचला शिवा की जय। भगवान श्री रमन महर्षि की जय। सद्गुरु श्री पापा जी की जय। सद्गुरु श्री मुजी जी की जय। संगा की Thank you. Thank you all so much. And we have bhajans tonight. You didn't know this? Thank you all so much for joining in online as well. Love you all so much. I'm sure all of you can experience this presence of Arunachala here. Love you, love you, love you. Yes. We can take it around. Yes.
Okay. Now, we don't have the voice. Maria, now you can come.
Amaya, I for you, love you. I am here. Thank you. Dear Shanti. Anyone else? Hello? Hello.
Oh, it's dark now because of the wind. There we go.
Ready? No.
Show that.
Now I know the trick.
He'll give you one more.
How do I say namaste?
Do you know how can you pretend as Anantaji?
Maybe.
Oh, she's so cute saying that. I couldn't even begin to like
Show us, show us.
show us. Please, everyone wants to see.
No, maybe I don't want to.
Okay.
Please, pretty please.
A bit shy.
Pretty please.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone wants to.
Later?
Later, maybe later.
Yeah.
Usually I use like when OG this is how I put. It's kind of like when 4 imitates.